Ah, fudge nugget. That work. Oh.
So anyways, we packed up, just got ready to hit the trail. I'm not sure again how far we're gonna get today. We know there's some rain and snow coming in, and that'll kind of dictate how far we actually can go. Our ultimate goal is to go about 16 miles and get back into Barrel Lake. Joe picked up his box for us to do a resupply, so we can get to
Man,
home.
I should be out there.
All right, well, we're gonna start marching here.
Definitely should be out there.
Trails. Gorgeous sunrise. Another one of those that we're gonna probably keep stopping along. Take pictures. It's beautiful.
Oh boy. Oh, look how nice it is out there. You know what? I should just go out there, hit the trail, and just do it.
Don't want to get up yet. Oh.
Okay, we're here at Big Creek State Park now. Parked the car, and it's about 8:45, and we're ready for our hike here. So I'm gonna show you a little bit. Over there is where we come back, and we're gonna go clockwise. Up there is the snowmobile trail. Let me hit that. Okay, where I parked wasn't optimal. Parked down there by the boat dock. The problem for that is the snowmobile trail is right up here behind the bushes, and so either I have to hike through the bushes or just go up to the road to the entrance and hit the trail there. And I'm gonna do that instead. So this is the north entrance to Big Creek State Park, and right here is the snowmobile trail that crosses the street over to here. So the plan was to hit the trail from over there and come across here, but we're gonna miss that short spot there, and we'll hit the snowmobile trail right here. So obviously the trail is closed for snowmobiles. There is no snow here, and if you want to hike this trail, I probably would recommend it when it's not optimal for snowmobile to go down there, just so you have a little bit more peace and quiet, because those machines can go pretty fast. Although I do know that there's a fat tire biking group that is riding this path here as well on weekends occasionally. That is from Des Moines, I think, the group or so. But yeah, so you want to do that when the ground is frozen. That's the cool part about this trail, is in the winter time you can do that easily when the ground is frozen and there's no snow on it, and there's a good chance that that happens, because snowmobiles can't run or don't really want to run during that kind of conditions. And the one big thing about this trail, if you see here, it is very in a grown area, and this trail will basically disappear once summer comes, because everything is growing up like crazy. Now I'm seeing here some interesting prints right there and there. That look like horseshoes, like horses we have been here. Kind of weird. But I bet that would be a cool trail to ride as long as well. And again, you would have to do that before the vegetation starts growing, because this trail is not maintained in the summer. In the fall, just before spring comes, they run through with a weed whacker and just whack down the weeds so the snowmobiling can be done. So now we are walking along the edge of Big Creek State Park. Right behind there is a sewage pond, I think, or so. But a little bit further up there, you'll see farm fields. Now here we are on the trail, right on the east side of the park, and below down right here. But right behind those trees is all cornfields, farmland, and we're here nicely in a pretty neat looking path, since there are a couple of trees still protecting you from the farmland, the wind and stuff. So you're kind of like in a small narrow forest strip here. We are a little decent away from the lake. There is the park road, the bike trail, and everything is over to our right side. So this trail is really nice here, and there's some deer tracks here along the way. Still see now and then the horse tracks, so they must have ridden down here in the earlier spring. So there you see the fields coming up a little bit more. If you want to take a quick look around there, we can go around that corner and just show you the plains. Wow, that seemed to be going really quick there. But then again, it's a little bit a misconception there. So we are hitting the south side of the Big Creek Lake, and we're exiting the nice snowmobile path right here. And we're gonna cross the Big Creek Dam right over there. So that is a section that we will be walking on the road. But one thing to keep in mind is most of the miles are on the west side of the lake. It goes pretty zigzaggedy there. So right here we have the dam. So we're crossing here the Big Creek Dam. Over there is the lake. Behind us is the newly created draining valve or something like that. And if you're gonna look over there, this little channel goes down into the spillway. And across this bridge we're gonna walk to the other side of the lake. And right here, this stretch is shared with the Neil Smith bike path. Isn't too bad to cross here by the road. It's fairly short. One thing that I got an idea of is right up there is a bathroom house and a parking lot. Not sure if they still open the bathroom there or not, but the parking lot is interesting because you could start the hike around the lake right from here, and then you have an easy on, easy off, where you don't have to try to figure out exactly where the trail is. So the other good option of that is it puts the Big Creek State Park kind of more closer to the middle of the hike, so you can take a rest there, maybe hit the bathrooms, or depending on the season, grab some water there as well. Ah, messed up. That's not a bathroom, that's a shelter. There. There's some maps and info place. One thing that I want to mention is don't take the Neil Smith path. That goes underneath the bridge, and you'll just end up going to Des Moines or to Saylorville. So instead we continue walking on the road right here, just hold a stop sign and then cross the bridge. Here we have another awesome parking lot right by the trail. The trail goes right in there. That's where we're heading. And right behind us is the bridge over the spillway channel of Big Creek. So that one seems to be an awesome spot to park and start your hike and end your hike as well. So I find all these cool spots besides the one that I use. And not much further from the parking spot here, we're getting to some mountainous area. This is the one little challenging section where the path goes down into a valley and then goes up again, and there are definitely no switchbacks, so it's fairly straight down here. And I have to say, this time is, well, I haven't gone up yet, but fairly early in my hike. The last time I did that, or the first time I did that, was in the winter time when the ground was solidly frozen and a little bit of snow, but not enough for snowmobiles. And I was walking counterclockwise, started at the same place. So this hill came a bit later in my hike. So I definitely felt it back then. So now we're down, and there you can see it going straight up. The interesting part is we have here limestone on the ground, so even on rain that section is probably fairly good to walk on. but there are a lot of other sections that would be quite a bit muddy, so I wouldn't recommend rain on this trail. So let's puff up here. If you want to have some gear talk, we can do that as well. So I took off my beanie hat since now it's a little bit more wind protected and the wind isn't going right past my ears. That's a little bit annoying. Have my sun hat up to protect myself a little bit from the sun. I'm wearing here high-tech cotton pants. That's my light coat with down, so it's easy to pack down if I don't need it anymore. Actually, I have a hiking shirt on. That's weird. Cotton t-shirt underneath it, and then because everybody wanted to know, maroon cotton underwear with a brown rising stripe. And then, oh yeah, on the shoes, I went out yesterday and got a brand new pair of trail runners, and I'm testing those ones out. So far it's working out much better than I thought they would be. I was worried about my toe hitting the top too badly, but that's okay. And paired with those shoes are some wool socks, just generic down tough socks there. Nothing special. Yeah, that's it. It was about time for me to buy a new pair of shoes. It's always a nightmare for me to buy shoes. I can't figure out what is good fitting, what is not. So I end up often going to one store, going to the next store, having them all pull shoes out, and I'm trying it on and can't make a decision. Never sure about it. This time around, I only had them pull out like 10 pairs of shoes till I finally just, when I had them, bought those ones just to get it over with. Last time I bought shoes was also quite a while ago, like 6-7 years ago or so. I found some Merrell's shoes. They are not even made anymore, that model, and bought several of them, and so have been wearing them through, and now they are definitely totally gone. I needed something better to go hiking with than shoes that are falling apart. So here we have another nice steep section. We just came down. That's actually a little bit more gradual than right over here. That's like straight up. So imagine there's some snowmobiles full throttle going over it. So that's why I think it's probably not the best trail to hike when it's snowmobiling season and they come around. So there's one, and right over it, it goes straight down again, and then it goes once more up. So there are several of those waves. So you definitely get some ascent, descent training here as well, especially since it's straight down on semi-loose gravel. Definitely not optimal for hiking. Some switchbacks would be nice. Some nice switchbacks over there in the forest. Would be awesome. Well, let's get up there. Wow, listen to that. There's a toad pond. There's a toad pond. Pretty awesome loud. It's these kind of sounds that I enjoy with hiking. Hear the weird, not weird, I mean the different nature sounds. Also, if you're quiet, you see the deers and other animals. I saw a whole bunch of deers. Unfortunately, they all ran away before I pulled out the camera. Saw a beautiful butterfly. Of course, again, flew away before I could get a shot on that. So I'm gonna try to see if I can catch some wildlife, but it can be hard. Oh, there's a nice swampy mist coming. Nice, let's sneak up on it. We're going on, and it's really wet right here. You really have to walk through the swamp. Yeah, we turned the off button now, so that's where we came through. It was still kind of okay, but definitely too swampy for wet area time. And since we turned off the nice music here, we're gonna head off. Hopefully it's not getting too swampy. I think up north we have some cool areas right by the water, and that's where I'm worried about the wetness here. So right here it's just good enough where we can survive, but the ground is really wet and soft. Can you see that when I step? No, probably not. But it's really saturated with water. You definitely don't want to ride horses today, or bikes or anything on here. So that's where we came from. Go around the gates, and this is a little bit trickier area because I have to find where it goes back to the snowmobile trail. So we're crossing here a little street. That one goes to a dock, I think. Right there's an info box. So yep, it looks like we just cross the street, and right along the street is the trail, and eventually it goes off to the left again. So maybe it wasn't that hard here. Here you can see the weed whacking that was done. Pretty rough. Look at what we have coming up here. It's a cute little bridge. And a fairly steep down and up again. Perfect, beautiful. That's a unique sight. Along the trail, a fire hydrant. Okay, I better document this here. So we came along this path on the snowmobile. Then right here is kind of a swampy area that looks like you could go through it, but that's not it. I think where we need to go is down there. You see the stop sign has no snowmobiles, but the snowmobiling goes right here in the wooded area is where we go in. So slightly tricky, but you can figure it out. Just want to mention these wigwag places. The sticks are still lying there, and you see them. They are not very heavily embedded in the ground. And what's happening is you step over them and they kind of got caught on your foot, and you lift them up and the whole branch is like caught on one foot and it's hitting the other foot, so you can bring the foot forward and you're tipping a little bit, and that's definitely not a great experience. It's definitely a challenge here because you're not used to that kind of weed whacking sticks. Normally when you find sticks, they are kind of either not many or well embedded into the ground already, but these ones are just very loose on the top. They like to jam up your legs, so that's definitely a thing to watch out for and an experience to learn here how to deal with that, and I haven't yet figured that out totally. There were a couple of funny trips along the way. Nothing that hurt me yet or destroyed my shoes, but it's probably adding some strain on the shoes, and it's actually one of the benefits wearing jeans today. That doesn't go through my pants at least, and I don't scrape up my legs if something like that happens. But yeah, up there is again a nice path of that bushwhacking wood that just wants to get up and trip you. Wow, we're just coming out of the forest here and hitting the prairie section and going up on top of that, and we should have a huge nice view of this area. Beautiful. The goldness of the prairie. See some fisher boats out there. Right there's the beach. Over here is the dock. Some more fishers out there, and I'm planning on going like out there. It's kind of a peninsula area, and have my lunch break or mid-morning break actually, since it's only 10:45. So did I say 8:45 when we started? 8:45 when we started. So now it's 10:45, that's 2 hours. Haven't checked how many miles it is. Before we were doing like 3 miles, maybe we're around 6 miles now. Doing a pretty good time here. Definitely much better than last time. Stepping through snow. I was using snow boots too. That's a little bit different than trail runners. Definitely can go faster. And as long as you don't trip over those sticks. Even out here, those sticks are still there. But the awesomeness here is just awesome. Well, yes, of course. What I want to say is just the trail is awesome because the scenery changes just so much. And it's so diverse. The prairie, the wood, up and down, flatness, animals, the lake. It's just pretty awesome. And mostly away from any kind of roads and nobody you see here. Besides when you cross the road and a fisherman going to the lake or so. So it's gorgeous. So we came from this side, had a little lunch break, no, early morning snack break over there, that nice little jetty, peninsula, whatever that's called, and the trail continues on right here through the gates and then right away to the left. So we came down the trail along the road right up here. So now we're crossing the road and go through the green gate. Again, there's a nice spot to stop. I want to go out and see at the dark. Two little geese over there. So we have to walk all the way around that. We're actually coming to that gravel road, not exactly by the water, but we'll meet up with that later. Back in the olden days, when that wasn't dammed, I assume that road went all the way through. What do you think? Should I switch shoes? Look comfy, but I think I'm gonna stick with mine. That's an orange-winged blackbird up there. Awesome, all these bird noises here. They're really trying to battle the construction machine out there. And they're doing a pretty good job in keeping up with the equipment out there. Oh, and farmer. Sorry, not construction. Doing tilling or something out there. It's amazing how loud the birds were there. It's pretty awesome though. I wish the noise from the farmer wouldn't be there. But so it was pretty cool. Hear the birds. All right, here's the field. Out in the distance, he is running across. Let's see what this trail brings us now. As mentioned before, I'm really excited about the north section, because that kind of goes down. I assume it's going to be swampy too, but it goes into the wilderness again. One winter I was just hiking through the snow off trail up there, and it was just awesome seeing a fox den and even some leftover rabbits that he just probably was eating maybe as I got there. I think that's in another video actually that I had, a winter walk. I wasn't all the way across the lake. Well, it was across the lake. I did go over the frozen lake, not all the way around the lake, that's what I wanted to say. But yeah, as I said, I'm excited. I'll let you know once we're there. Ouch, I didn't know how that happened. A tiny pokey thing was right there on my sock, stuck in, right poking on my foot. Stepped once on it and then stopped right away. Not totally sure how that got into the foot all the way on the bottom there, because the shoes look fairly closed up, so I don't know, but I caught that early on, so remedied it, and we should be able to continue on. Hopefully that doesn't happen too often. There's a beaver swimming in the lake. Awesome. So back there must be a beaver dam. I saw him swimming out. Got the camera and he dived down. So it was awesome that he came back. Not sure if he comes out of the den again. But we're here at a small little lake that's dammed up. We zoom out a little bit, and right over there is the big creek part that we are walking around. So that's pretty awesome. And then occasionally you get to these navigational challenges. Easy, we came from here, but the mode field, we have a strip mode going this way. Obviously we know we're not going that way. That will go away from the lake away from where we came. But we could also go straight to that field. Because in some cases we did go along the side of the field. So you would go across here and go along that side maybe. It's a little narrow. So my bet is we take a right down that way. And I want to show you this track here. That's like a autobahn here or some kind of griddle. I must be scooting through here quite often. So yeah, let's try going down that direction. Worst case, I have to go back. Give it a shot. I got the answer. Nope, not quite. That's not the way. You add the swamp here. There is nothing not going. See a little creek kind of going back and forth through this whole area. But it's really swampy. But it's beautiful. Really beautiful. So again, we're here where we came, where we went wrong. Now we could go around the field here or there. Seeing it's a snowmobile trail, it's always have been a little bit wider. I'm gonna go with this side. Let's see if that's right. We see if that's right. On the bright side, I don't think you can go too much wrong if you go this way. So you just go around the field. So I would think you're gonna meet again. And this way you have a slightly more danger because that's further away from the lake than this way. So this one always has to go over there. That one we have to watch out. We're not going to California. But anyway, I'm gonna give a shot on that one. Still don't know if I'm right or wrong. So that's the north side of the field. Now in here there's no path going through it. This here seems wrong. Since that is mowed, there's a house. Let me think a little bit more. Yes, I'm fairly certain that we should have gone on the south side of the field. There, so on the right side, not on the north side where it's wider. The trail goes along the tree line over there and then it goes in. Right here is a house and this field is not 100% sure, could be private property, maybe not, hard to tell. We're not in Texas where everything is fenced in, which is nice. And so I could go across here since it's mowed. They probably wouldn't have too much problem with that. Or in the face of Spirit, well, the one option is to go back all the way, or in the face of Spirit go across the prairie here. And I'm kind of eyeing that situation right now. There are some deer paths right here, you can see a lot of deers and they go straight through there. I'm gonna join them. and have some fun. Go off the beaten path here. So far I don't see anything off the trail. Which could mean that... Oh, never mind. Never mind. I did it. Find it. I thought we would have to go into this. But look at this here. Woo! We have the trail. Yay! Das ist spitze! So, we're on the path again. So if you're hiking, be sure on that wheel, be sure to be on the south side. Otherwise you get to cross like I do. Which wasn't that bad. You're just figuring out that you had to do that was the weird part. So, well, right there's the corner. Right there's the grass. You could have walked ways. Yeah, we pretty much ended up here anyway. We definitely could have gone on that grass. No more pasture set. So no biggie, no biggie. But we are again on the snowmobile trail here. It's a little less visible since it just goes into the pasture here because it's not mowed yet. Everything is mowed, I mean, not grown. Now I kind of remember this area, and over there is where we were, by those trees, and then cutting across to those trees, and then went along the edge, yeah, over there. And the first time when I was here, this was all tall prairie grass. I was running up there to look out once, and way up there you see some tall prairie grass. That's kind of what I was expecting. So I am surprised about that being mowed. And being in mode, it's really hard to know where the trail is. It's basically just on the side of that field, the tree line. And here we're going into the trees now again. So it's a drastic difference right there. You definitely can tell the trail now. So awesome. And slowly we should get to the area that I'm excited about, to see what it is like in the springtime when there's no snow and no freeze. Let's see, because we should be dropping down to the creek, upper part of the lake, where it turns into a creek. Is it a little big creek or something like that? I don't know what this arm is. There are like two arms, and right now we are walking around the left arm, the smaller one. And, I have to check out what the names are of those creeks. Maybe I do that for the next shot. But yeah, just look at this here. How it goes through the forest again. It's like these changes, nature in scenery and stuff. It's just exciting. You wouldn't think that you can hike 10 miles in Iowa and not only see cornfields for 10 miles. So yeah, now we're going through the forest a little bit till we hit the lake/creek. think now we're getting into that more interesting area. There's a bridge. I think there are a couple of bridges. But what we are crossing here is the Little Creek. I checked on that. Big Creek Lake, and that's the Little Creek. And down there goes to the direction of the Big Creek Lake. And up there is where the creek comes. Over there you see a gravel road. And I think actually I might have passed some of the spots that were really awesome in the winter time. It looks totally different in the summertime. Definitely don't want to say it's not awesome. It's just totally different. So I am actually further than I thought I was, I think. Although we have to cross Big Creek still. So that's gonna be also kind of an area. I'm not sure if you can see it. Is that a turkey? Or is that a turkey vulture? Something huge. Yeah, I'm not sure if you can see it, but it's awesome. Let's see if I can sneak in a little bit closer. Most likely it's gonna fly away. So if you see it flying, you should see it. It's too tight here to go through the bushes. Yeah, it's gone. Behind the branches and stuff, so we can't see it anymore. I hope it turns out on the camera, because that was pretty awesome. Not something I see every day. Probably because I don't come every day down here. But I think it was a turkey. Not a turkey vulture. Turkey vultures are kind of interesting too, but they are flying away. They would be flying away. And are slightly smaller, I think, than that. So, another animal down. Something was down there. Who knows what? Awesome, awesome, awesome. I'm so excited here. This is an awesome trip. Super hike. Oh boy. Hope it was a few days ago, so it doesn't smell too bad. but I'm gonna go through an area that has been burned, prairie burning. So right here you can see it. Good part is they're not doing it today. Otherwise, really smoky. And we are out here in the winter apparently. Actually, I think the wind helps a little bit. Blows the smell away and brings that fresh air. Big problem is also on this side where all the burning is. But not too bad. Not too bad. Eerie though. Burnings are always look eerie. And the sad part is those invasive bushes don't get burned down. So here we are, where we came from. Over there you see the road and the other road. So if you see the tip on the other side, that's on the other side of the little creek than of the big creek lake. So you actually can go through there. And that was the spot where we went down and saw the marshy area and went wrong. Oh no, that was a little bit higher up. But there, we went over there and into the trees over there as well. So, our case, our path continues on this way. If you wanted to, right here to the right, there's another parking lot. So if you want to park in the middle of nowhere, you could park here and start your hike right here. So once you come in from the back there through the gates, this road goes all the way down to a dead end. And our path, the snowmobile trail, goes right here off to the side. It's basically just a mowed area. So as soon as the trees here start, just look for it and then take that route. The other way is just, it's not very far. You just run into a dead end and won't know which way to go. So now we're going into the big creek kind of area where that creek is. So we're expecting here a couple of hills, I think, then go down into some nice swampy area, I think. I remember right. It should be really exciting there again. So let's see. So there's Big Creek, there's Little Creek. Little Creek we saw already, Big Creek we will see. And then there's here. Would that be Tiny Creek here? There are little fish in there too. Pretty cool. So our path goes along what I call now Tiny Creek. Right here. Is that kind of neat? Oh cool, it comes out here. Out of the water. There was something big dived in here. There's a deep hole. I assume it was a frog or something. You missed it unfortunately. But right there's a well. Let me see if I can zoom in. This is cool. These small little areas that are just so awesome. So there we cross Tiny Creek, and we actually have a bridge, which is really fancy. Here you see the Tiny Creek Rapids. It's a huge bridge for Tiny Creek. Sorry, I just dig that. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Bear with me, we get through this here. Now we're entering the area that I was talking about. So there's no bridge. I'll have to step over that. Should be okay. Maybe. Let's look over here. So there's some pond. So what we're crossing is not Big Creek. That might be Tiny Creek again. Oh, no creek, just standing water. So Big Creek is right over there. Nice big one. Here's some small sidearm coming in. Awesome bridge to cross. The signing, it looks like the snowmobile go clockwise. So that might be something good to know in the winter time. Oh deer. All the way over there are some deers. This is just cool. Let's quickly go over to Big Creek and check it out. This is just an awesome area. Christ, all of this is matted down. They are flooding or something? We have Sand Beach and the Big Creek. This area is just awesome. I bet if you sit here and just watch wildlife, you could see so much cool stuff. Awesome. I remember being out here in the winter time. All the reed was standing. It's like so cool, high, tall. I love that stuff. This is just awesome, pure awesomeness, I tell you. Somebody's up there on the bridge, probably fishing. Awesome. Tiny lake just walking on this solid ground here. There's some wetlands before the river comes. So what this here is, those are weather balloons. The white one is the balloon that's in hydrogen filled. The orange is the parachute when it comes down, and underneath it has a sensor that takes weather data. I can see if I can pull that out and show you guys. So right here you see the parachute that has been in the water for quite a while. Warning, that's the latex, and then there's the long string that goes through the water. If we go around here, we can see it. Right down here is the sensor in the water. So if you go grab that and pull it out, and you can tell it. Ah, crap. Got dirty. By the stuff that's on there, it's pretty darn old. So this here is right here. A harmless weather instrument. So that flies across us and takes weather measurements. Right here is the sensor. There we have the wire on it. So that one has been here for a while. The sad part is, this is a mess. I don't think I'm going to be able to take the garbage home. That's a lot of totally wet, and dang it, I don't have a bag or anything to wrap that in, so we'll just have to leave that out. That's why this guy is complaining about. I'm stepping wrong soon. Right here next to the nest. So these guys are pretty upset. So here it is, we go right past it. Mommy and Puppy are really angry, and they just leave it, the little baby right next to you. Hey, I didn't touch him. Your babies are all okay. There's another Canadian geese. That was a cool lady. Right up there. I mean, this path is just pretty awesome. So, we did some recovery right here. I hope to get that to a garbage can that way without making myself too dirty and not leaving crap out. So that will be a little challenging, but I think we figured it out. So now the path goes right up there to the wood. And then by the road, there's a bridge that's specifically for snowmobiles. Then we go over, and then the exciting part is really done. And we are back to a normal hike. here. Ooh, there are ducks. No, those are not ducks. Those are different birds. Just awesome. This area. Perfecto. So apparently with those weather balloons, you can track them online. There's a website, sondehub.org, I think, or sondehub.com. Not totally sure. And you can track them there, where the balloons fly, kind of guesstimate where they are. And I talked to some friends that are actually hunting those balloons that you log when you recovered the balloon. So I guess I'll do that later today. It was just a cardinal flew by. Too fast for us though. Here's the flight plan of the weather balloon. You see it starting out just west of Omaha and then flying halfway across where that little sag is. That is the point where it was the highest at about 30,000 meters, which is about 100,000 feet, at which point the balloon bursted and it started descending. And during the descent, it blew all the way over to the Big Creek area. So this here is Big Creek. The creek going into the swampy area of the upper part of the Big Creek Lake. Man, this bird is swaying a little bit and the wood is definitely damaged. Definitely wondering if I fall through one of those planks. Ooh. Ooh. And now comes the next challenge here. I remember, right? That was an issue last time too. That swampiness here. I totally forgot about that. So the plan probably is to go around it, go here and around. I can do that quite well. The problem is my bag, not my backpack, but the hobo bag back there. That orangey thing here. So let's strip that down. We don't want to lose that. No, camera swap. Okay, there we go. I think we're gonna do it. All fine. Pay attention again where I'm stepping. Perfect. No problem. So, this is the end run. Still have a while to go, but I think the most exciting part we missed already. Well, didn't miss, we experienced it. I wanted to say. The most exciting part, we experienced it. And now we can relish in the memories of it and having achieved a long, long hike. So I'm gonna turn it on again. Something else interesting comes along. Otherwise it's at the end probably. Yay, there's some life. After hiking through the sun up on the north section without any trees, now we have a few trees again. Also hear some toads down there. Much better. Kind of tough on the sun section up north side of Big Creek because it's not exposed, and now it's right afternoon time, 3:11. After a long walk, start feeling it, and then doing this little challenge here, carrying that stick over my shoulders. It's definitely not easy. But should be there in no time. So if you look up here, you see already a shelter or bathroom is that up north of Big Creek State Park. So we start wrapping things up. And here's a choice that we can make. And the choice is to continue on the snowmobile trail. If you would do the loop, you could go straight here, or we can go over there and go to the lake, the dock area where the boat is, and that's also where my car is. So I'm gonna go off snowmobile trail and head over there. So that's the path from Atlantic Shelter. There's a bat house. Over there is just a picnic table, and that path doesn't continue on. There's the opening. So I'm gonna go through this little side trail here, which is not really a kind of a trail, unofficial trail, I would say. So that's a little tight here, but you can definitely tell that several people have been walking through that before. People that get confused on how to get through here, just like me. There's the lake. So we kind of have to go over there where the people are on the dock. On the other side there are some ducks or geese, probably nesting. And we have to go through the jungle here. Okay, that might not have been the best path to take, but if you want adventure, you're definitely here at the right spot. So we could go straight, or we could go over there. I'm gonna go straight, thinking of that we are getting out of here quicker to a green area. Wasn't planning on bushwhacking today, but that what it turned out again. Nothing better than bushwhacking at the end of the day. And it's one of those situations where those are deer paths, not human paths where I have to bend over. Yeah, it feels like an opening. Much better if that continues. That would be perfect. So over there is. Ooh. Let me put that down. I saw something. So that's the path I'm thinking of taking. Not of many benches, because over there, like bushwhacking, not cool. But this here is pretty cool. Definitely not just a play lean-to, but one people have been staying at. Fire blankets for keeping yourself warm. They didn't take along, and crazy lean-to. There's another fire pit in there. If you trust it. It doesn't hold the rain though. You definitely need the top over that. So somebody's having fun here. Oh, that's cool. Ah, there's a monster. Without that, I tell you, it would be much easier. Much easier. Been sliding down here slowly. Okay. Whoop. Off we go. Should we just have a couple more steps and then we are at the car. I made it. So, got a nice green container here at the end. So in summary, we made it in 13.2 miles here and took about 6 hours and 45 minutes to hike around. Had a lot of fun. Up on the north side it was a little bit more tough going, just because the sun was beating down quite a bit, and the stick that we got rid of, that's the garbage on it. So that was definitely a success. Feeling pretty good actually. Probably could go further. We'll feel it tomorrow for sure. So thanks for coming along. See you next time.